be nice, right? Just be normal, okay? For God's sake. Saw so many Karens there. Hi everyone, welcome back. I made this video for people who have never been to Japan. Our very first time in Japan for both of us. There are seriously a lot of things when you do research online, it turns out true, but there are also research you did online that turns out to be false. The culture is very different. They are seriously very polite. Very, very polite. Okay, going to Japan, you need to get a JR pass, which is basically a ticket for you to take Shinkansen and some trains bar. This is a must if you are taking train. That one saves you a lot of money. They go by 7 days, 14 days or 21 days. There was one thing that confused me was, does it mean by it ends on the 7th day, 2359? Or does it end on the 7th day, once it strikes 12 in the midnight of the 6th day? That we don't know ma. Research also can't find anything. So I went to a station to ask, and then the station officer told me it will end on the 7th day, 2359. What we did was we bought the green car tickets, which is basically more leg room, a bit more spacious kind of sitting. But the green car ticket doesn't mean you definitely get a green car seat. Because if you're doing your reservation for your seats last minute, or that particular train don't have a green car, right? Then you will have to take the normal seat lah. So it doesn't mean that you pay this money, you definitely get a green car or you demand them for a green car. There's no such thing. To make reservation for your seats, you can do it online or at the JR station office, which is just at the train station. You can just ask around. There will be people that will tell you where exactly it is. We are very lucky. They took us there. Second thing I want to give you guys the assurance is there is nothing to be afraid of for the train lines. There is really not that confusing. I think it's because a lot of people are looking at the whole picture of their train lines. That's why it seems very complicated. It has multiple 10,000 lines and all this. Just don't confuse yourself lor. Like for me, everybody who watch all my other videos about traveling and all this, I have no sense of direction on. If you are talking about you are in Tokyo or you are in Kyoto or Osaka or wherever you are, you know where you want to go, right? Then let's say you plan 1 month ahead and it is confusing you, is messing you up. Don't worry lah. Once you are there, just refresh one night before lor. Or you found out that actually Harajuku is next to Shibuya, then just walk there lah. Don't take the train lor. It's really not that confusing. It's really not that intimidating. The only thing that might confuse you is where is the platform. For internal trains are not that bad because there's only one station and one platform there, right? But for Shinkansen, is the gigantic station with multiple platforms. All you need to do is, if you are lost, if you don't know how to see the signs on which platform you're supposed to go, just go to the station and ask them. Some of them will write it down for you, which platform. Some of them will take you to the platform. This is how nice they are. They're really, really very, very nice. The next thing about transport is taxis. I can only do comparison for the taxi in Singapore lah. The pricing within city in Japan is not that expensive for the taxis. It's actually almost comparable. It's just that if you are taking from Tokyo station to NRT station, Shinkansen is roughly 30 plus per person Sing dollars. But if you take a taxi is about 300 plus Sing dollars. If you are talking about within the city, point A to point B, $10-20 is very much similar to Singapore's. You can taste the freshness when you're eating them, you know. I'm talking about their omelette lah, their unagi, squid, anything lah. Basically, almost anywhere we went into, I can eat. And I'm a very picky eater. After eating their so-called street food, restaurant food in Japan, I get it why those regulars that go to Japan told me that the normal Singapore Japanese food cannot match. It really tastes very different. The ones over there are really good. As for pricing, local food of course cheaper lah. My favorite part about being in Japan is the shopping. No lah, I love shopping no matter which country I go or even in my own country. Shopping is the main event. First thing in Japan, what I love is the tax-free shopping, which means as long as you see the logo tax-free, you can go there and buy your stuff and then get your tax return on the spot. It's literally on the spot. You don't even have to go to the airport and then queue out very long and then do the tax return. So look out for that sticker right at their entrance. Very big sign. You won't miss it. From my experience with the luxury brand in Japan, Louis Vuitton, Dior, including tax, is already cheaper than Singapore. Hermes, Chanel, Cartier, they are similar price. It's just that you get your tax back of 10%. Now, about this tax return thing, I have something to tell you guys is buy from a boutique. I'll explain why. I bought a pair of shoes from Louis Vuitton in Takashimaya, Kyoto. I didn't get my tax return on the spot. I have to go to Global Blue to get it returned. So Global Blue does charge service charge or a certain percentage, right? So you don't get back your full 10%. If you want to buy any luxury brand, buy it from a boutique. Don't buy it from a departmental store. For non-luxury item, it's cheaper to buy in Kyoto than in Tokyo. Everybody knows that lah. Tokyo is very expensive. People who watch my videos know that I have a little princess at home. I wanted to make sure I buy her something from Japan to let her know, hey, this 12 days though you're at the boarding house, when you come back, you have nice gift and all this, right? Make her happy so that my life is easier. Oh wow, bad clothings are very expensive. Normal t-shirt, you're looking at minimum about 70 Sing dollars. I was actually shocked at the price lah. But after I saw this kimono, I find this very cute. This is gigantic fat ribbon. I find this very cute, so I paid without thinking. This one, I think I paid 90 over Sing. I think everybody knows that Japanese is also well known to be very polite, friendly, and very helpful. But please don't take their helpfulness or friendliness for granted. I don't speak Japanese. I only have two words basically is arigato and sumimasen. What I mean by don't take it for granted is don't expect everybody to speak English. You are in their country. They have their own language. They don't have to accommodate to us. Be nice, right? Just be normal, okay? For God's sake. Saw so many Karens there. I downloaded a Google Translator so that there are things when I want to say in Japanese, maybe a compliment, maybe a more sincere thank you. I will type it out and tell them how grateful I am. So everything I will just type in there and then it will translate to Japanese and then it will tell them. Seriously, get an app that can translate for you is very important because there are a lot of street sign, a lot of warning signs or anything. They are all in Japanese, right? You just use the app with the camera function and just point at the sign or whatever notice board or whatever you're looking at. It will just translate roughly to the similar meaning lah. At least you know what's going on, right? Better than you want to go there but here says the road closed, then you walk one big round. So be more humble when you're there. Be also polite. Be nice. We are guests in their house. Okay, this part is about the weather. We went from early to mid-May. It's not winter, but the weather is still very dry. And it also rains. So in the afternoon, the weather is actually more like warm sunshine, but cold breeze. It is still a little bit like on aircon, like basically everywhere you're walking is aircon. I would actually suggest that in your bag, carry two items. A small umbrella and body lotion. Oh, trust me, I've never heard about this thing before, called the Golden Week. Basically, it's one whole week where majority of shops are closed. Offices, I think, also close because you really see per mountain people see. But they are all like going to temple, going to the bamboo forest, they are in the Imperial Palace, they're everywhere basically anywhere We didn't know and we were there during the Golden Week. That was why hotels are expensive. But there are a lot of sales. Everything here 20% off, there 30% off. A lot of sales going on. But do take note, after the Golden Week, a lot of things will be closed. A lot of sightseeing places will be closed. Example, temples, Imperial Palace, and also museums. It'll be closed. After so many groups of people like visit during this Golden Week, right? They need to like sort of touch up. That was what the guard at the Imperial Palace told us in Kyoto. This is for all the smokers out there. You have designated smoking area. Like Singapore, you have a box, then you stand there and smoke. Cafes have smoking rooms. Shinkansen has smoking room. And on train platforms also have smoking rooms. They have smoking rooms everywhere, in the hotel also. If you're a smoker and you want to smoke, please follow their rules on where to smoke. Remember to like and subscribe.
Oh, it was worth climbing the stairs to see it.
Back.
Take a picture, make a video.
Don't move. Wait,
Yeah, we wait.
don't move. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, now this is a funny story that happened to me in Tokyo. I woke up at about 4 plus a.m. Then I saw my husband still sleeping. What I did was I quietly got out of bed, tiptoe to the toilet. The whole room is very dark. If I switch on the light of the bathroom, it will be quite bright. I was trying to close the door, but I was trying to close it very softly. Just when I was about to close the door fully, I heard a woman talking to me. I think less than 2 seconds, all the June on all the crawling the ring all these things started to appear in my head. I was freaking out. Behind me is like a gigantic mirror. I don't dare to turn around, so I looked down. I saw that the floor shaking from June on and all those ghost stories. I started to think, am I too fat? Why is the floor shaking? Then I heard this voice continuously, but I don't know what is it saying. So I thought it's Japanese because I was scared. So I opened the door. Don't care already. I have to wake my husband up because I was freaking out, right? When I opened the door, then I heard the voice that has been talking was my phone that was screaming earthquake, earthquake. I didn't know iPhone tells you earthquake. Please take note, every time there's an earthquake or any form of natural disaster, I think, lift will be stopped. Nothing the concierge can do, nothing any technician can do at that moment. You take the stairs don't go and call them and scream at them. I'll see you guys in the next video when I unbox a few things at different places, not here. Right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.